Shut up.
Okay.
Hey, why don't you clap for me? Clap for me, monkey. As I was talking about, you have your own office now.
Yeah. I'm not satisfied with the desk.
Yeah,
It's rather
your
tall.
desk is just 2 bookshelves on top of it, on top of each other.
I mean,
so that makes sense.
I want to get it along the edge of the room so I can get my nice TV in here and everything.
A nice TV. I like your
I got a nice TV.
Color scheme. Is this the color scheme in the whole house? The blue? This for me it looks like a dark blue. And
it's
like a navy, if you will.
No, it's like purple, man.
Oh, it's purple. I guess it could
almost,
be purple. Yeah.
It is. It's not could be.
Oh.
It is.
Sorry. So
no.
It's
house is white. House has some green.
Is this the only room in your house that is purple?
Correct.
That's kind of strange. Why is every room in your house a different color?
No. We have an accent wall in the living room and that's green and the rest of the house is white. This room's is
purple.
Purple, and then
you're not helping your case.
Children's room is like a baby green. Like how there's baby blue. It's like baby green.
So living room is green. Or sorry, white.
Living room is white.
Living room is white.
One accent wall that is like sage, deep forest green.
Okay. It sounds like every room in your house is different color to me.
It's okay to be wrong.
That's what it sounds like. So, does it come like that?
No.
You painted all these rooms different colors?
Yes, as you can tell. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
There's some paint on the ceiling.
I thought that was there for like effect. On the ceiling.
No.
Oh, once more light hits it, I can tell it's purple.
Yeah. Corners are hard.
It is. You got to put like a whole plastic wrap thing on your whole ceiling with tacks before you do it. I would know. Actually, no. You use Scotch tape, and you with like the thin lined one, and then you put thin lines all up on your ceiling. And it takes a few hours, but then you won't get any purple on your ceiling.
No.
But then it comes off all in one.
Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to the podcast, everybody. Check out this really cool Smash Bros. Controller I got. There's also a train in the background.
I was going to say, does it make noise?
No, but look at that. It says, "Are you okay?" Bust a wolf.
It's from Fake Street Fighter.
Yeah, it's from. His name's Terry Bogard. Bogart. I think it's it's Bogard. Oh my god. Do you hear it?
It's not that bad.
Okay.
Jesus. I thought it was. I can hear it, but I thought it was your controller. Especially because I heard it right as you were announcing your controller. I was like, okay. You like train noises on your Smash Bros. Controller. All right.
Where's Terry from? Oh my god, I'm blanking.
I almost said Guilty Gear. Isn't it a Fatal Fury?
Fatal Fury.
It says it on the hat, right?
God. Yeah. Dude. You call me no one calls me this, but I call myself a Terry fan, and I don't even. Anyway, I got it custom made.
Are you a Terry fan or are you a Terry main?
I'm a Terry main. I'm not a Terry fan.
There's a difference. I'm a Min Min main, but I'm not a Min Min fan. No one has fun. Yeah,
no one has fun, and no one. I don't see how anyone could possibly like a character like Min Min physically, like aesthetically. If someone was looking at that character and they'd say, you know what I mean? Like, who would look at that newly armed and be like, damn, that shit's cool looking?
I don't know, man. A lot of people like weird anime stuff, so I feel like she's in that realm.
Is that an anime thing? Having long noodling, I don't know. I don't watch anime.
No, but liking weird stuff is
true. As someone who hasn't watched anime, I watched this one called, or I don't remember what it was called, but it's like a Harry Potter ripoff. So so in the universe, everybody is born with like a line somewhere on their face. And the more lines you have, the more powerful you are. One guy wasn't born with any lines, so he gets it painted on. He like paints it on and pretends to have powers when he doesn't. But what actually he is just really strong because all he does is train all day and every day. So people would be throwing magical bolts at him and he would just be punching them. And he has like no personality and all he likes is eating cream puffs.
So the more crow's feet you have, the older you are.
Yeah. But then there was like a dude with 4 lines on his face. And he was like really strong. But the other guy, because he trained harder. All I'm saying, okay, listen. I'm not gonna bash on anime too much.
Is this My Hero Academia or something?
No, it's called like MASH or something.
I think that's a show from like the 80s.
It's like Muscles and Magic. Muscles and Magic. That's what it's called. And it's a direct ripoff of Harry Potter. Everybody goes to a school for like, you have powers. And like I said, everybody gets, treated differently depending on how many lines you got in your face. But like what I was saying earlier is I feel like anyone could just come up with a concept for an anime. I could probably come up with one right now. Let's make an anime right now because I'm sorry.
These are the 3 things you need, right? You need teenage main character.
Teenage main character. Yeah.
With a large flaw.
Yeah, large flaw, usually like
or setback.
Setback, yeah. Setback behind everybody else. Yep.
Typically.
Yeah.
And there needs to be power-ups.
Yeah. Power-ups, some sort of thing. It's a world where everyone can make things with their minds. They can think of things and make them. Not living things though. Like dishwashers and stuff. And some people are more in tune with it than others. We'll just call it like it needs to be like a synth. We'll call it synth. Oh, you have more synth than me. Some people can make like simple things. Most people can make simple things.
Synthal things?
Synthal things, yeah. But then others can make like bigger physical objects. Well, there's a main character that can't make anything. But
so he physically builds it.
He physically builds it. Yeah. His
main weapon is a wrench.
Yeah. And he trains and he works all the time. He has a really sad upbringing. His mom and dad like disown him because he can't make simple things. Because like it still has to be a limit so that not everybody's making like giant things and killing each other and being like a utopia. There still needs to be a hierarchy, right? So like the people that can make like really nice things like houses and sports cars or something, they're the rich. There's people that can only make like mud. They can make mud pies. And that's really like it.
I was gonna say something like still usable, like a stopwatch or something, but nobody cares because we have smartphones.
Yeah, okay. I like that. Like, yeah. So it's still
I thought we were making like electronics and mechanical stuff, not mud.
Yeah. So they can just kind of conjure it up. And people that are better at certain things have different like a washing machine repairman. He's really good at being that, and that's his like destined job because he can make like washing machine parts. Anyway, what were you gonna say?
I was going to say later we have an arc where there is a subset of people who don't do mechanical stuff that they make, but they can make mud. And the mud gunks up the good guys' mechanical stuff.
Yeah, see? There you go. So the main character's an engineer, and he can build things really quickly. He has a backpack full of like different chemicals and stuff. And he makes things with them. He'll like splice neutrons together and splice atoms, and it should create nuclear bombs, but doesn't because it's anime.
It's not Oppenheimer.
Yeah, it's not Oppenheimer.
Turns out it's just Oppenheimer the anime.
Oppenheimer the anime. I'm ready to see it. Yeah. And just the main character's super ripped and super smart.
Of course. He's like 14, he has a 12-pack.
Yeah, 14 has a 12-pack. He's really depressed. And yeah, he just has to do what he can to survive, and like he proves himself in fights. Wow, my hair went crazy. Yeah, anyway, we just made an anime in like 10 seconds. So
yeah.
I'm sorry, but that's one of my main gripes with anime is like a lot of the concepts can just literally be made in 2 seconds. I understand writing and character development is something that takes time and effort and work, but
there's some anime that are cool.
Yeah.
Some.
But then they usually get ruined by poor dialogue.
I'm sorry for any viewers who like anything we're talking about, but I was watching this anime with one of my family members. They were watching it. It was, I don't know what it's called, something about basketball, right? So these kids are all playing basketball. There's no powers. They're just playing basketball.
They're just playing basketball.
And so it's like slice of life on the side, and they start playing basketball. And I start watching. And there's the whole gimmick of the team that the main team is facing is that they beat the holy hell out of the main team while they're playing, but like when the ref isn't looking. So like if they're like one body is like in front of the main dude, they'll like jab him in the stomach.
God.
And they're just getting, dude. If that can be an anime, anything can.
That's what I'm saying. If you have the money and you just have the time, you can make an anime. And a lot of it is just like stills. It's just, it'll be one character talking. So all they have to animate is just the camera kind of like moving down. And then
in the mouth or something. Or even the person talking is facing away from the camera.
Mm-hmm.
But you already know who's talking because you recognize the voice.
Yeah.
Budget.
So, yeah, we've ripped on anime quite a bit already, but
speaking of good anime, do you like Futurama?
That's a good anime. That's a really good anime.
Do you like that show?
I like it. It's one of those shows that you can definitely just have on in the background, though.
I love that show. New season 49 just started. First season in like 10 years. I haven't watched it yet, but
is it out?
Things. The first episode came out yesterday.
I'm gonna watch it right after this.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stream it. I'm gonna stream it illegally.
Yeah, probably don't do that.
Everybody's gonna watch it. Everybody's gonna see it.
We don't mean it. We don't mean it.
Kids, you can do anything. You can fly. You can fly. You can literally fly.
You can sail the high seas.
You can steal your mom's car, kids.
You wouldn't download a car, would you? Do you remember those commercials?
Reference. Yes. Oh man.
It's like if I could, I would download a car.
Yeah.
Or a house or a YouTube career.
I feel like anti-piracy ads have always been incredibly out of touch with the people that are pirating. I don't think there's a single person that has ever been affected by an anti-piracy ad. enough to the point where it'd be like, oh my god, I'm not gonna pirate anymore.
Boomers.
Do boomers even know how to pirate?
No.
So they'd probably find out about pirating through those ads and be like, oh my god.
Oh yeah, but it keeps them away. And if it keeps even one away, Levi, then we're good to go. We didn't introduce ourselves. I'm Howie, you're Levi.
Yeah, that might help, huh? Yeah, I'm Levi. Just do my thing. Chicken wang.
I don't like that.
Sing and fling. Hey, help me out here. Doing a rang. They catch you on rang. Boomerang.
Gonna wrestle with a kangaroo.
Ooh, tickle my thing. Oh, sorry. Wait, never mind.
Okay. Can we get it? Can we hire a censor?
Sorry. I don't
like it.
I forgot. Yeah. So I've been trying these.
I was thinking about.
You were thinking?
So I was arranging this room, right? And I was thinking, I don't know why, it made me think of this story I really wanted to tell you. I may have told you it before, but I act like you never heard it before.
Okay.
There was this time in like 2008. I was attending school during the day, and at nighttime I would go home and I would sleep. Right? Okay.
Wait, were you like a kid?
I was like 10 it was years 2008. Old? No.
Were you like 10 years old? 10 years old in
2008. No, I don't know, man. I'm like let's say I'm like 16 in the story because I don't know how old I am. The year's approximate. I don't know what year it is either.
Yeah.
Everything's approximate. Details don't matter that much.
True. Okay.
Right?
Sorry. Anyway.
So as I do during the day, I go home and I go to sleep. Like for bed, right? It's bedtime. Have my nighttime din, and I'm good to go. Go straight to bed. Something just popped up on my screen. That's kind of weird.
Your dino nuggies and buttered corn. Okay.
And so I'm asleep, and I wake up. You know how like you get that dream thing sometimes where like you think you're falling and you like jut awake like you're awake now.
Yeah.
That happened to me, except for
when you were 16.
I was actually, my bed had fallen.
Oh,
one of the
it legs actually happened.
Broke. One of the legs broke, right? And so my bed was tilted, like as it would be if one of the legs was completely gone. Like imagine it disintegrated, vanished into thin air, and never to be seen again. And I don't know how, like, if that happened to me today, I'd be like, I don't know what to do with my life. But like, when I was like 14, 15, 16, however I was, old I was at the time, I walked downstairs, like, speechless. I didn't say a single thing. Not that there was anyone to say anything to, but I just like calmly walked to the garage. I grabbed the car jack. And I went up. This wasn't a dream. I went upstairs, and I carjacked my bed up. And I know it wasn't a dream because that carjack was the fourth leg of my bed for probably 3 months. And it just sat there. No one needed the carjack, so I just used it as the the leg of my bed. And you know what? It worked, and it was pretty cool. And that might have been the highlight of, I don't know, my intelligence. Peak of my intelligence.
Did any of your family members ever need that carjack? Dude, I bet your dad was stranded one day. He's like, where's my carjack? Where's my carjack?
No one needed the carjack, but like
he comes in your room.
Eventually we got me a new bed frame, but
where's my carjack,
really boy? It that bad because I had a carjack.
If it was my dad,
any very crafty moments, Levi?
If it was my dad, he would have taken that carjack. He'd be like, I need this. You can have a tilted bed. And then he'd beat me with it.
The bed or the carjack?
The carjack. I'm just kidding. He wouldn't do that. My dad's nice. You should be that kind of dad, though. Come here, boy.
No.
So, yeah.
So, Have you ever had any really crafty moments like that?
I have also a bed falling story, but it wasn't my bed. My parents, we used to have like this old kind of crappy camper where the beds would like come out on both sides and then get like hooked with two kind of strong rope things.
Okay.
Does that kind of make sense? It's like a camper that gets pulled by a truck, but then it can like come out.
Yeah.
And it extends.
It extends.
And then one night I'm sleeping, me and my homie, same bed. My parents, same bed. Opposite. Sorry, we're not all four in the same bed.
I get it. Yeah, 2 and 2.
Yeah, all we hear is just like the snapping, and then just my parents like, oh, my mom's kind of dramatic. Like pretty much any time she ever even slightly hurts herself, she's very dramatic. So she's like, wow, wow, and my dad's like, God damn it. And so that's like their dynamic. All right. So they fall.
Meet your parents. I want to meet your parents one time and see how long it takes me to get your dad to say, God damn it.
Yeah, he would do it too. So they fall and like, dude, I am so freaking tired. And my parents are like, you gotta help us. You gotta help us get out of this bed situation and help prop it up.
South? I don't get it.
And so like it's like 2-3 in the morning. My buddy and I are so tired. I was like 14, I think, at the time. And we get out and we're trying to prop it up with some like wood or something so they can go back to sleep. And we eventually prop it up and gets fixed. Happens again, like maybe like 10 minutes later. And I'm like a zombie walking up. I'm like, oh my God, I just want to sleep. And I'm like, I don't even know what to do because like my dad's kind of doing everything and fixing it. And then my mom's like, help him. Like smack me. I'm like, what am I doing? I don't know what to do. I'm just, what am I doing here? Holding a flashlight? Like, I don't know. And then the whole time he's like, God damn it. Fucking getting it down. And then eventually it worked. It worked out for us. But, yeah.
Do you think that, considering you said it was 2 or 3 in the morning, do you think that our stories happened at the same time?
I mean, maybe. Am I 2 years younger than you?
I don't know, something like that.
I think so. It might have happened. I'm 20. I was 14. And I think you were saying you're 16.
No. There's probably no way for us to ever figure it out. But
yeah, we could never do the math. There's no chance. Math.
It's just like, I don't know exactly what day it happened. The
yeah.
Carjack incident. And honestly, I think that your situation would have been better if you had the Carjack, if I didn't take it from the garage.
You got a point. Yeah. Yeah. Dad was too busy beating me with it.
Your dad was too busy goddamning all over the place.
Goddamning. Dude. Yeah. Honestly, my dad, I love him. He's my stepfather. There's this one time, speaking of helping my dad out, I'll ask you a similar thing. I want to see if you have a funny helping your dad story, but I had my funny helping my dad story, my funniest out of all of them, easily. He calls me up and he's like, "Hey, you want to build a cage thing for the cat?" So it's this contraption that uses like a chicken cage. So the cat can get out of this window and sit inside enclosed, but still be outside.
So they can be outside but inside. I've seen that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just a cage. It's
just a cage that's attached to a window. Yeah, because they live out near the coast and they don't want big animals getting the cat. So, and the cat is an outside cat, but they're like, no, we don't want to do that. Anyway, so it can come out. I go out helping him. Okay. I'm trying to put this chicken wire crap over this thing, getting it all sorted. And my dad loves to spread words of wisdom. I like that face you made. What was that?
Continue. Nothing.
Okay. You look like you hurt yourself. So I'm helping my dad, and he likes to spread words of wisdom quite a lot. So I'm using a level with the bubble in it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone knows what a level does. So I put it on something and I'm leveling it and it like goes and it levels. And my dad like goes to lean on something and just goes like, you want to know why it does that? But misses whatever he was going to lean on, and then gets his foot caught in a 2x4 and goes, God damn it, and falls and like he comedically hits his chest on a bench and then like violently twists and falls on his back. The homie lays there going, oh, for like 2 minutes. And I'm saying there like, oh my God, are you okay? But I'm sorry, but like I was laughing. I was laughing so hard. Even though the poor man was like, oh, 2 minutes of He slowly stands. He's like an anime character after getting beat up for 20 hours by like Goku. Stands up, gets onto his knees, and goes, ugh. As I was saying.
He
continued telling me about a level as if he didn't just sit there writhing in pain for 2 minutes like straight solid of, oh, he just, as I was saying,
that's like Peter with his knee on Family Guy.
Dude, you had to have been there. I'm not joking. I'm not messing around. It is legitimately, it was the craziest thing I've ever seen from him. And then we had to stop because he's like, yeah, I hurt too much. We can't. I'm done. But yeah, that was the best story I have for helping my dad. Oh, do you have a helping your parents' story or anything? Like holding a flashlight?
No.
Holding a card? Oh, I forgot you don't have parents. You were born without any parents.
There was one time you know how kids have lemonade stands, right?
Oh yeah.
And they do like the selling of the lemonade. and they get some quarters and they buy whatever they want with quarters in the 90s. So I told my dad I wanted him to build me a stand for selling Pokemon cards.
Oh,
and I thought that was a really cool idea.
Little businessman.
And so we fast forward about 47 minutes, and my dad is sitting there with half of his thumb hanging off because he cut it with the saw, bro, and we had to go to the hospital.
He's like, I never would have done this if you weren't born. I don't know. I have this headcanon. I have this headcanon where your dad's just like this crazy maniac.
No, he's like the nicest guy you could meet.
I know. I have a headcanon though that he's like he beats you.
Not everything's about beating Levi. Yeah. But then he got his finger taped up and his thumb, finished it. I didn't sell a single Pokemon card.
He finished it? Like, was it that same day or like right after? I can't
remember, dude. It was like a day or two later. I was like,
still impressive.
When did Pokemon cards come out? I was probably couldn't have been like more than 8 years old.
No way. It would have probably been like early 2000s even.
No.
It was 90s for sure.
Yeah. Isn't that when Pokemon came out in America?
So it was
2000?
Okay.
Or 2000 was the latest.
You're like, no.
When did it come out here? Like 98 or something, right?
Yeah, sure.
And I had enough Pokemon cards where I thought I could sell them. I don't know what I was going to do with the money. Probably buy more Pokemon packs.
So do you remember
liquidating?
Walk up to a 7-year-old kid. Yeah, I'm liquidating my Pokemon cards.
I need liquid cash. My guy.
I don't know if you know this, but there's going to be this thing in 10 years called Bitcoin. I'm going to invest all of it with all these Pokemon cards. It's you from the past.
Man, I wish that was me.
Okay, if you could go into the past, I bet that's what you would do, because I don't think my parents would buy the whole Bitcoin thing. They probably wouldn't. My young Dude. Self, they'd probably be like, Levi, whatever. Do you think your parents would? Like, because if you went back in time to the point Bitcoin. Where you can't get a job, right? You're too young, but you have to somehow scrounge up money. I guess if you had enough time.
When Bitcoin came out, I actually have a Bitcoin story. It's not much of a story. It's more of the biggest regret of my life. Hindsight is 2020. But when I had just gotten my first job, maybe a year into it, maybe not even a few months, whatever. It's bringing home like, I don't know, $500-$600 checks, whatever you're making when you're 18 years old.
Yeah.
And my friend, I don't know how he learned about it, but it was like as early as you could possibly get for Bitcoin. He's like, look at this thing. It's money, but it's like stocks, man. You got to buy this. Look, they're like $9. And in my head and verbally out loud, I said, listen, I'm going to go buy like Resident Evil 6 or something useless because it's actually something I can do. What am I going to do?
The worst Resident Evil, by the way.
Put money into other money? It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. It didn't make sense to me. What is
first Google during the podcast? I just typed in Google.
Like $20 million right now.
Bitcoin price.
It's not. But
it's $29,000 right now.
Yep, that's what you would have. You'd have like 14 of them.
No, he told me to put like $100 into it. So if I would have had 11. So 11 times 29,104, I would have $320,000 in Bitcoin right now, and that's just if I would have put $100 into it.
Yeah, if it was, because it did kind of go up like that, so you probably would have put more into. Anyway, you'd be rich. You'd be so rich. Is your friend rich? Do you know?
No, he is not.
Oh, he didn't stick with it. He knew about it, but he didn't stick with it.
I don't know if he got any. Oh. It looks like
bad luck, I guess.
It looks like Bitcoin topped out at $60,000 a coin at one point, which that would have been nice.
Man, I wish I got into Bitcoin.
Again, hindsight is 2020.
Yeah.
I know people too who got into Dogecoin or whatever when it was like, I mean, it's still worthless, but when it was even more worthless, like they put like $1,000 in when you could buy like 1,000 of them for $1 or whatever. Like they're worth less than a penny. And like in a couple of days, his $1,000 turned into like $14,000 or something. A lot of it's just being in the right place at the right time, and
yeah,
and that kind of stuff. I don't know. It's
yeah, having that kind of slight foresight though. Or even that slight, I don't know. I was like, I was literally in your same boat. I was like, I'm going to buy Resident Evil 6. It's probably what I said. Because I remember buying and playing that game and thinking it was the worst Resident Evil in the entire world. Worst game ever. Garbage game. Couldn't finish it.
Yeah. It wasn't Resident Evil 6, but it was something equally as useless that I'm sure I may have bought and never played. And so I had a useless game.
It's probably Knack.
And not $300,000.
Yeah. Will we now?
I can't believe you don't know your Knack lore and you think Knack came out on the PlayStation 3.
Wasn't it? It was PlayStation 4?
It was a PlayStation 4 launch title.
Oh, it was, huh?
I say that with such confidence, but I don't really know. I think that's true.
I thought it was PS3 launch title.
No. A PS3 launch title?
Yeah. You and your purple
Knack
ass
is a 2003
wall.
video game. It's my purple wall.
2003? Cool.
13.
Oh, I was like, whoa, that's pretty impressive for 2003.
No, dude.
2013, I would have been like a sophomore. No, I'm sorry, a junior in high school.
Really?
Which was when I remember hearing a little bit about Bitcoin too. So there's a chance you could have. You purple wall man. Purple wall guy. Anyway, shut up. This is being...
Have you ever played Knack?
No. I heard it has a slight actual like cult following of people that really liked it. Because I remember the second one came out and then bombed giga hard because no one wanted to play it.
I'm pretty sure it's just for the memes because it's not good. It's not good.
Honestly, I feel like there's always any game ever that it comes out and people are like, aside from like Steam new releases, there's always a freaking game that somebody likes, even though it's the worst game in the world.
This is awful. I'm looking at the reception tab on Wikipedia. The Metacritic is 54, but I'm seeing scores here like 3 out of 10, 2 out of 5 stars, 4 out of 10, 1.5 out of 5 stars. That's how awful it is.
Knack
me
up, good. Daddy.
I don't like
that. Yeah, me neither.
What do you want to call this podcast?
Oh yeah, that's right. We were supposed to think about this, huh? It was
we've had
I'm not a podcast.
It was I am a podcast.
I am podcast. It BTE.
No, that's a segment. I think we should call this I am a podcast.
Yeah, first episode of I Am a Podcast. Ready to grace your ears. Well, this is actually episode 2.
We don't talk about the dead episode.
Yeah.
And we will never talk about it again until...
I'm going to upload this as episode 2. I'm uploading this as episode 2.
We need to set a stretch goal for the episode 1, the dead episode.
The dead episode. And then we'll finally release it.
We re-record it.
We re-record it word for word from memory.
Even though we don't have the footage anymore.
Yeah, we don't. The footage. We don't have the footage. Anyway. 37 minutes. Do you think maybe we wrap this up?
I think that you're wrong because we didn't start recording right away. But thanks, guys, for listening to us talk about our favorite animes, such as Washing Machine Simulator and Futurama.
Look how white I get right here.
That's bad lighting.
And I'm like, I can use it as a reaction. Like, you tell me some bad news, and I'm like, oh my god, Howie. Howie, that's crazy, dude. You'd be like, yeah, my sister broke her leg in 14 places, and I'd be like, oh my god.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.
Bye.